Top crypto altcoins to watch: XRP, ADA, SOL, LTC, XLM, and AVAX. Institutional crypto infrastructure is beginning to expand beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum to include other top crypto coins. Clearstream, one of Europe's largest asset custody providers, with more than 22 trillion euros in assets under custody, has added 6 new names to its crypto services: XRP, ADA, SOL, LTC, XLM, and AVAX. What makes this notable is Clearstream's important role within Europe's financial system, providing custody and transaction processing infrastructure for banks and major financial institutions. So why were these 6 altcoins selected? Is this simply an expansion of its services or a sign that institutions are gradually looking for blockchain networks with real-world utility beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum? In today's video, Crypto Radar will break down XRP, Cardano, Solana, Litecoin, Stellar, and Avalanche, covering their technology, ecosystems, real-world use cases, and the key factors that could determine their positions in the crypto market in 2026. Let's get started. Crypto Radar. The first coin in today's list of top crypto altcoins is Ripple XRP. While many blockchains focus on developing DeFi or decentralized applications, XRP coin has always pursued a clear goal from the beginning: making cross-border payments faster, cheaper, and more efficient. Beyond technology development, Ripple, the company behind the XRP ecosystem, has also continued to collaborate with and participate in pilot projects alongside major financial institutions in recent years. Some notable examples include Ripple, JP Morgan, settle first cross-border tokenized treasury redemption on XRP Ledger, HSBC to launch tokenized securities custody service with Ripple-owned Metaco. Santander partners with Ripple to bring certainty and speed to international payments. While these examples do not necessarily confirm that XRP will become widely adopted in the financial system, they show that Ripple continues to maintain its presence and credibility among major institutions. Alongside these partnerships and XRP updates, another major turning point for XRP came from the positive developments following its legal battle with the SEC. For years, this regulatory uncertainty was one of the biggest barriers preventing many institutions from engaging with XRP coin. Some major exchanges, including Coinbase and Kraken, even restricted XRP trading in the past to reduce regulatory risks. After the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit officially concluded in August 2025, regulatory pressure gradually eased, XRP price began showing signs of recovery, and market sentiment around XRP news today became more positive. This helped open the door for greater institutional participation, reflected in the launch of multiple XRP spot ETFs by the end of 2025. Notably, Grayscale and Franklin XRP ETFs each clock over $60 million in day one inflows as group outshines BTC, ETH, and SOL funds. Looking ahead, the long-term future of XRP crypto will not depend solely on partnership announcements or investment inflows. More importantly, it will depend on whether XRP Ledger can achieve real-world adoption in cross-border payments. If businesses and financial institutions actually integrate this network into their daily operations, XRP Ripple could have a much stronger foundation for long-term value growth rather than relying only on market speculation and investor expectations. If you want a deeper look at XRP, Crypto Radar has already made a dedicated video analyzing XRP, so be sure to check it out if you want to learn more. While XRP stands out for its cross-border payments narrative, ADA Crypto has gained attention for taking a different approach, building a blockchain grounded in academic research and methodical development. Cardano generally emphasizes peer-reviewed research, technology validation, security assessments, and platform refinement before implementing major upgrades. This approach has helped Cardano ADA coin build a reputation for stability and reliability. After years of operation, the network has maintained a strong record of continuity, an important characteristic for applications that require predictable and dependable blockchain infrastructure. Cardano is also often mentioned by the community in discussions surrounding ISO 20022, the global standard used to develop structured financial messages for banks, payment systems, and other financial institutions. However, this association remains largely a community narrative rather than an official certification or confirmed institutional integration. ISO 20022 primarily applies to financial messaging systems and payment applications, not directly to a blockchain or its native token. Therefore, Cardano coin's long-term value will not be determined by its association with ISO 20022 alone. More important factors include its ability to attract developers, build practical applications, expand network activity, and create real demand for its ecosystem. Cardano's biggest challenge today is the pace of that ecosystem expansion. While many Layer 1 blockchains continue competing for developers, users, applications, and capital, Cardano Crypto must demonstrate that its methodical development model can remain competitive in a rapidly evolving market. This will be a central question in any future ADA analysis. Can Cardano preserve its reputation for stability while accelerating ecosystem growth and real-world adoption? The answer will play an important role in the competitiveness of the ADA token among the top crypto altcoins and provide a stronger foundation for any long-term Cardano price prediction. Today, Solana is widely regarded as one of the best altcoins 2026, attracting significant attention thanks to its combination of high performance and a rapidly expanding ecosystem. Solana has become a major hub for some of the biggest trends in the crypto industry, including DeFi, Solana meme coins, NFTs, and Web3 applications. From the very beginning, SOL Crypto has aimed to build a blockchain capable of serving millions of users without compromising performance. While many blockchains have struggled to retain users after their initial growth phases, Solana has consistently maintained strong user engagement across multiple market cycles. According to data published in 2026, the number of token holding addresses on the Solana SOL coin network reached approximately 167 million per month, the highest level in its history. This is also a key on-chain metric that many investors monitor when evaluating Solana price predictions over the medium and long term. Solana's growth is also reflected in its DeFi ecosystem. At the time Crypto Radar produced this Solana analysis, the network's total value locked stood at nearly $5 billion. This indicates that many users are not participating solely for speculation, but are also using Solana coin for real financial activities. However, rapid growth also comes with challenges. Within the Solana crypto ecosystem, the network experienced several outages during periods of heavy transaction traffic, raising concerns about its ability to maintain stability as adoption continues to grow. To address these issues, the development team has been upgrading the network infrastructure, with Solana Firedancer emerging as one of the most anticipated improvements. This new validator client is expected to significantly enhance transaction processing performance, improve network stability, and strengthen the blockchain's long-term scalability. Even so, the biggest challenge surrounding the next Solana update is no longer simply attracting more users. As recent Solana news has shown, the project has already demonstrated its ability to generate large-scale real-world network activity. The more important question for Solana 2026 and beyond is whether the network can continue delivering reliable performance and maintain its operational quality as demand keeps increasing. In the 2026 altcoin market, where new blockchain projects continue to emerge with increasingly complex technologies, Litecoin remains one of the few networks that has survived and developed steadily across multiple crypto market cycles. Launched in 2011, the project has experienced periods of Litecoin price growth and decline, as well as some of the blockchain industry's most significant fluctuations. While many once promising coin projects have gradually disappeared, Litecoin LTC coin continues to operate reliably and maintain a loyal community of users. Developed from Bitcoin source code with the goal of improving transaction speeds, Litecoin has long appeared in LTC news as the digital silver alongside Bitcoin's digital gold. Rather than chasing every new market trend, the project has remained focused on its core role as a fast, low-cost, and reliable payment network. This direction has helped the coin maintain its position among the top altcoins for more than a decade. However, stability does not mean standing still. Litecoin has continued to introduce upgrades to adapt to the evolving market. It was one of the first blockchains to implement SegWit and was also an early supporter of the Lightning Network, helping improve scalability. The network later introduced Mimblewimble extension blocks to enhance transaction privacy. After strengthening its payment infrastructure, Litecoin began expanding its broader ecosystem. The project is currently developing LitVM, an Ethereum virtual machine compatible Layer 2 solution designed to bring smart contract functionality and DeFi applications to the network. Alongside these technological upgrades, Litecoin continues to maintain the economic characteristics that have supported its appeal for many years. Its maximum supply is capped at 84 million LTC, while periodic halving events reduce the rate at which new coins enter circulation. These remain important factors closely monitored by many long-term investors. The project is also gradually gaining exposure to traditional capital markets through products such as the Spot Litecoin ETF. Nevertheless, Litecoin still faces intense competition from blockchains with more developed smart contract and DeFi ecosystems. To maintain its relevance in the years ahead, LTC Litecoin will need to demonstrate that it is not only a long-established blockchain, but also a network capable of meeting the market's evolving demands. The combination of its long history, network reliability, and efforts to expand into smart contract functionality will be among the key factors shaping LTC prediction and the asset's potential in the next market cycle. As traditional finance gradually enters the blockchain era, the key question is no longer whether assets can be tokenized, but which blockchain networks among the top crypto altcoins can bring them into real-world use. This is also the direction Stellar Coin is pursuing, building infrastructure where digital assets, stablecoins, and global capital can move quickly at a low cost. One of the most important pillars of this strategy is real-world assets. According to the Stellar Development Foundation's Q1/2026 report, shortly after quarter end, on-chain RWAs crossed $2 billion, up from $785 million at year-end 2025. That is roughly 2.5 times growth in a single quarter. This growth shows that the XLM Stellar Lumens ecosystem is gradually expanding its role from a payment-focused blockchain into infrastructure for issuing, transferring, and managing financial assets. For these assets to be traded and used efficiently, liquidity is essential. Therefore, alongside RWA, the XLM cryptocurrency ecosystem continues to expand its stablecoin infrastructure to support payments and capital flows. In Q1/2026, stablecoin payment volume reached $5.5 billion, an all-time high and up 72% year over year. Velocity increased 75% year over year. This figure highlights the growing adoption of Stellar crypto for fast, low-cost payments and cross-border transfers. However, For capital to move across a broader financial ecosystem, Stellar XLM cannot operate in isolation. With Circle's CCTP now live on the network, users can transfer native USDC between Stellar and 23 supported blockchains without relying on wrapped assets or traditional custodial bridges. This improves interoperability and creates new opportunities for payments, liquidity management, and cross-chain applications. Overall, Stellar Network is not the only blockchain targeting payments and tokenized assets, but it has maintained a relatively consistent development direction. The latest figures highlighted in XLM analysis suggest that the network is expanding its role in on-chain finance. Its long-term position, however, will depend on whether Stellar can convert this infrastructure and activity into sustainable real-world demand for both the network and XLM coin. Avalanche is a blockchain platform designed to help projects build dedicated networks tailored to their operational needs. Instead of placing every application on a single blockchain, each network can customize transaction fees, access controls, governance mechanisms, and other key parameters. This approach shows that AVAX Coin aims to be more than a platform for digital asset trading. It is also positioning itself as infrastructure for businesses and developers to build their own blockchain ecosystems. However, the cost and technical complexity of launching a new network have historically been major barriers for many projects. To address this, Avalanche Coin introduced the Avalanche 9000 upgrade, significantly reducing the cost of launching custom blockchains while simplifying network operations. This makes Avalanche's customizable infrastructure more accessible to a broader range of projects and enterprises. Its support for specialized networks also allows Avalanche to expand beyond the traditional crypto market. One notable example is FIFA selects Avalanche to power its FIFA blockchain for football's Web3 future. This demonstrates Avalanche's ability to power platforms targeting large-scale audiences. Beyond sports and entertainment, AVAX Crypto's customizable blockchain model is also well suited for real-world assets. When bringing bonds, investment funds, and other traditional assets on-chain, financial institutions often require greater control over access, governance, and compliance. According to RWA.XYZ data, distributed RWA value across the Avalanche ecosystem reached approximately $1.9 billion. This suggests that Avalanche Crypto is gradually expanding beyond DeFi into infrastructure for tokenized assets and real-world financial applications, strengthening its position among the top altcoins 2026. Overall, Avalanche's key advantage lies not only in transaction speed, but also in its ability to support purpose-built blockchains. As demand for customizable infrastructure grows, Avalanche AVAX could play a significant role in bringing blockchain adoption to enterprises, finance, and real-world applications. Crypto Radar has now covered the key strengths and development directions of top crypto altcoins selected by Clearstream. However, their inclusion in Clearstream's custody services does not guarantee long-term growth or automatically make any of them the right altcoin buy. Even projects frequently discussed under the keyword Altcoin 2026 face their own weaknesses, competitive pressures, regulatory uncertainty, and technical risks. As altcoin news and broader crypto news continue to evolve, their long-term potential will ultimately depend on real-world adoption, network reliability, ecosystem growth, and their ability to overcome these challenges. If you found today's video useful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Crypto Radar, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming top coin analysis videos. Please note that the content shared in this video is based on my own research and personal opinions and should not be considered financial or investment advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions and invest responsibly. Crypto Radar disclaims all responsibility related to the results of your transactions and your assets. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.